Now you're investigating 9/11. Your main issue is what happened on September 11th?
September 11th, over 70% of the victims' family members' questions were not addressed by the 9/11 Commission report. In fact, it was a $12 million farce. It took over 411 days for the victims' family members, blood, sweat, and tears, just to get the U.S. government to do an investigation. And then on top of that, they write out a BS 9/11 Commission report, which could better be more aptly described as a 9/11 Commission report. You got about $500,000 of funding allegedly for the 9/11 attacks. We know that $100,000 of it was wired by General Mahmoud Ahmed of Pakistani ISI. This is confirmed.
And how do you know that? What proof do you have?
We have this. This is London Times. This is New York Times. This is I forget the name of the Pakistani news agency, but they also confirmed it. We talked to Joe Biden about it personally. We confronted him on this issue.
So what did Joe Biden say?
Joe Biden was meeting along with a number of other high-level government officials with General Mahmoud Ahmed that day. He wired again $100,000 of that money to Mohammed Atta through Omar Sheikh, and no one knows about this.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden did not, no. We're talking about General Mahmoud Ahmed. Omar Sheikh. Omar Sheikh is the guy who's allegedly cut off Daniel Pearl's head, kidnapped him.
Right.
Yeah, this guy. And the 9/11 Commission report dumbed the funding of the terrorist attacks on 9/11 to be of little practical significance. And I think Michael Meacher of British Parliament put it best when he said that is of massive consequence. Why is it we have no inquiries as to how it is a fifth of this funding came from Pakistan, yet we're in Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan?
Bottom line, who carried out 9/11 attacks?
Hate to disappoint you, but I don't know. I have some suspects. I'd like to question some people. I'd like to know why does President Bush and Dick Cheney did not meet separately, as was requested by the 9/11 victims' family members. Why was it there was no transcript? Why was there no documentation?
That's why we need a new investigation.
We need a new investigation. We can't have a $12 million farce on our hands. We spent over $45 million investigating Bill Clinton's. Yes, PNAC is a great one. Project for a New American Century.
That's right.
Rebuilding America's defenses. Look this up. This is a document that was published September 10th, 2000, a year before the attacks, where they say change on this level that we're trying to accomplish as far as securing our predominance in the 21st century is likely to be a slow one, absent some catastrophic and catalyzing event, such as a new Pearl Harbor. People, who's on PNAC, who's on the Project New American Century? You've got people like Jeb Bush, Florida governor, Paul Wolfowitz, Richard Pearl, Donald Rumsfeld, Dick Cheney. Look it up.
So bottom line for you and you guys is a bipartisan new investigation 9/11. That's what you want.
Absolutely. We would like a bipartisan congressional investigation, and the media needs to cover it. Every second of it. This ought to be the biggest news story. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Paris Hilton. I can't begin to tell you how sick I am of hearing about Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, all of the non-substantial issues. The American people are waking up. We're going to new news sources. We're going to Infowars.com. We're going to WeAreChange.org. We're going to MinnesotaChange.org, MNChange.org, WeAreChangeColorado.org. The people are rising up peaceably, and we're going to restore our Constitution. We are not anarchists, as Geraldo Rivera put it.
Yes.
We are not anarchists. We are not communists. We are not Leninists or Marxists. We believe and love our Bill of Rights, our Constitution, and shame on President Bush, shame on Dick Cheney, shame on the neocon agenda, and shame also on the two-party system that has been corrupted and co-opted because Barack Obama also supported that FISA legislation, and now we have no Fourth Amendment right. I want to be secure that the police are not going to unwarrantedly search my person, my paper, my effects, my property. I feel safer with the Constitution stored than I do with a police state. I don't trust the police to protect me. I only trust the government, a strong centralized government, to oppress me. And right now, I'm more afraid of my federal government than I am of Al-Qaeda.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Good job.